Hi, my name is Holly Gould, and I'm here to tell you a story about reading when I was younger. Reading was always an important skill to my family when I was young, and I thought it would be important for listeners to know this because I believe reading is something very important that children should be introduced to at an early age. My parents found that starting to read when I was young would be important to my future education. They would always keep our children books in our rooms and laying around the house so we could just pick them up and look at them whenever we wanted. Having three older sisters, I was always around them when they were first starting to read. Even though I didn't know what they were saying, I would always just listen to them and they would read to me like they were a teacher and I was a student. So we made it into like a game. Once I started school and I could talk, my parents' sisters and I would all sit up in my parents' room and read multiple storybooks together every night. My sisters and I would brush my parents' hair as they would read the books that we picked out every night. The four of us were really close and we were always looking for new things to do together. And once I started learning how to read, that's mainly what we did together. And then when I was young, I had a huge collection of Beanie Babies and stuffed animals that I loved to play with. And once I started to be able to read on my own, I would line them up and I would read to them like I was the teacher and they were the students, like how my sisters used to do with me. And then later on, when I was in the fifth grade, my dad and I started reading together. We first started off with the book Because of Winn-Dixie, and then we moved to the series of Unfortunate Events once we finished. We would switch off reading page by page every morning as we waited for my bus to come and pick me up for school. If I had trouble with some of the words or knowing what they meant, he would pronounce the word and tell me the meaning, so he really helped broaden my vocabulary. He helped me with learning a lot of new words by reading with me, and I loved spending time with him. Doing these activities with my family really made me enjoy reading because I associated it with being around them. I believe that if my parents did not start me off reading when I was younger, I wouldn't have grown to enjoy reading today.